Hello and welcome to our video on the most unusual museums in the world. We will talk about unicorn horn, mummified dragon and witchcraft. Some people get creeped out or scared when they visit the museums. If you're someone who loves to explore offbeat places, these museums will definitely pique your interest. Let's get started. 1. The Kunstkamera, also known as the Kunstkamera or Kunstkamera, is a unique museum in St. Petersburg, Russia. It was founded by Peter the Great in 1714 and was the first museum in Russia. The museum is home to over 2 million items, including preserved animals, deformed human fetuses, and other bizarre artifacts. One of the most striking exhibits in the museum is the collection of deformed human fetuses. This exhibit is not for the faint of heart, and it can be quite disturbing. The fetuses were collected by Peter the Great, who believed that they held valuable insights into the nature of the human body. The exhibit is not meant to be sensationalistic but rather to provide a window into the medical and scientific practices of the past. The museum also has an impressive collection of preserved animals, including a giant octopus, a two-headed calf, and a seven-legged goat. These specimens were collected from all over the world and were intended to provide insight into the natural world. The museum also has an extensive collection of taxidermy, including a bear that was shot by Peter the Great himself. Another interesting exhibit in the museum is the collection of monsters. These are animals that were once believed to be mythical but were later discovered to be real. The collection includes a mermaid skeleton, a unicorn horn, and a mummified dragon. The Kunstkamera also has an impressive collection of ethnographic artifacts, including clothing, weapons, and household items from various cultures around the world. The museum's collection of Asian artifacts is particularly impressive, with items from China, Japan, and Korea. The museum's building itself is also quite impressive. It was built in the early 18th century and was originally intended to be the home of the Russian Academy of Sciences. The building has a distinctive Baroque style and is a testament to the grandeur of Peter the Great's vision for Russia. In conclusion, the Kunstkamera is a museum unlike any other. It is not for everyone, but for those with an interest in oddities and curiosities, it is a must-see. The museum's collection is fascinating and provides valuable insights into the scientific and cultural practices of the past. It is a testament to the vision of Peter the Great and the importance of museums in preserving our cultural heritage. 2. The Museum of Jurassic Technology is a quirky and fascinating museum located in Los Angeles, California. Despite its name, the museum has nothing to do with dinosaurs or the Jurassic period. Instead, it's a museum dedicated to exploring the strange and unusual, blurring the lines between fact and fiction. The museum's exhibits are a mix of scientific, historical, and artistic displays, all designed to challenge visitors' perceptions of reality. Some of the exhibits are straightforward, like the collection of old medical instruments or the display of early attempts at flight. But others are more abstract, like the exhibit on the history of cheese, which includes a sculpture of a mouse playing a violin. One of the museum's most famous exhibits is the stink ant display, which features a series of drawings and descriptions of a fictional species of ant that emits a foul odor when threatened. The exhibit is presented in a dry, scientific style, leading some visitors to believe that the stink ant is a real creature. In reality, it's a clever piece of fiction designed to blur the lines between fact and fiction. Another popular exhibit is the Tula Tea Room, a recreation of a Russian tea room that was allegedly run by a woman with telekinetic powers. Visitors can sit and enjoy tea in the ornate, old-world atmosphere, while reading about the history of the tea room and its mysterious owner. The museum also has a small theater that screens short films and documentaries, many of which are also on the theme of blurring the lines between fact and fiction. The theater is an intimate and cozy space, with seating for just a few dozen people. Overall, the Museum of Jurassic Technology is a unique and offbeat destination that's perfect for anyone looking to experience something a little different. Whether you're a fan of science, history, or art, you're sure to find something fascinating and thought-provoking at this quirky museum. 3. The Museum of Icelandic Sorcery and Witchcraft is a unique and fascinating museum located in the town of Holmavik in northwest Iceland. The museum is dedicated to the history of Icelandic witchcraft and sorcery, which has a rich and complex history that dates back over 400 years. The museum's exhibits include a wide range of artifacts, books, and documents related to Icelandic sorcery and witchcraft. Visitors can learn about the practices of Icelandic witches, who were known as spákona or galdrakona, and the various spells and curses they used to control and manipulate the world around them. One of the most interesting exhibits in the museum is a collection of 17th century Icelandic grimoires, or books of magic. These grimoires contain instructions for performing various spells and rituals, as well as illustrations and diagrams of magical symbols and sigils. Visitors can see firsthand how these grimoires were used by Icelandic sorcerers to harness the power of magic. The museum also features a replica of a traditional Icelandic turf house, which was a common type of dwelling in Iceland until the 20th century. Visitors can explore the turf house and learn about the daily lives of Icelandic peasants and farmers, many of whom believed in the power of magic and sorcery. In addition to its exhibits, the Museum of Icelandic Sorcery and Witchcraft also hosts a variety of events and activities throughout the year. These include workshops on traditional Icelandic crafts and skills, as well as lectures and presentations on topics related to witchcraft and the occult. Overall, the Museum of Icelandic Sorcery and Witchcraft is a unique and fascinating destination for anyone interested in the history of magic and witchcraft. Whether you're a history buff, an occult enthusiast, or just someone looking for an unusual and unforgettable experience, this museum is definitely worth a visit. In conclusion, these are just a few of the most unusual museums in the world. Each one offers a unique and fascinating look at a different aspect of human history, culture, and science. If you're ever in the area, be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching.